Hola, hola, it's your girl Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, what is going on? So we are still in lockdown here in Melbourne when I am recording this, but I'm feeling hype as hell today because I have been on my Scale Squad business mastermind calls with my women. I've been sharing with them. I've been working from my bedroom, and like you can see my bed and my everything in the background, but you know what? Who cares? What do you do? Like, you can't not serve even if you're in your bedroom and shit doesn't look good. And I'm literally living in sweatpants. Today is the first day that I wear makeup because I'm going to see Fanos, my amazing naturopath, who, to be honest, I've missed my sessions with him because they went away and then we had a retreat and then lockdown happened. So it just goes to show you how your health can really take a back seat when shit hits the fan. Or for me, at least, that's been the reality. I'm to be honest, it's been crazy being in the fourth lockdown. We've had a fourth lockdown here. And I think we're just over it. Now I'm homeschooling my 6-year-old. It's his first year in school. The little guy had like diarrhea, like 2 nights in a row. It's just like, why? Why does all the things happen at once? So it brings me to today's episode because there's a lot of shit going on, you know? A lot of shit that's not great either. A lot of things that are a pain in the ass. But I am a solution-focused, optimistic, find the gift, find the light kind of person. And not a fluffy like, you know, everything's going to be fine and everything's great and affirmations and look for the gratitude. No, I mean, like, I have conditioned myself. That is a very important part of this sentence. I have conditioned my motherfucking self to become solution focused. And I want to ask you, while we start this episode, are you solution focused or problem focused? Do you focus more on your problems and challenges, or are you like opportunities and solutions? And if you are challenges and problem focused, it's all good in the hood. I'm about to talk to you about how to get through it, because I'll tell you right now, I want to share a story with you. It's a very simple story, but it was one of those things that happened that even I was like, damn, I'm seeing that I would have done this differently years ago, you know, prior to working on myself or prior to being a coach, prior to doing the work, I would have done differently. This would have went different. So it was 2 mornings ago. My son had diarrhea the night before. My 6-year-old peed the bed, which he never pees the bed. Like, he doesn't do that anymore. And of course, it happens all on the same night. Like, the little guy's having diarrhea really bad. Like, he just, I don't even know what, like, it was like animal farts. Like, not even a grown man fart. It was like animal farts. Really bad diarrhea. Foamy poo. I think you get the point. TMI. And then he's up. We're changing him. We open the bed. Raven, they sleep in our bed. We co-sleep. It's all kinds of things happening at our house. I love it, though. I love it so much. Anyway, they're in our bed, and I look at Raven, and Raven's like drenched in pee. Like, around him, like his whole body is, like, he peed the whole bed. And we have a king-size bed, so it's pretty crazy. So I'm exhausted, okay? It's like 2 a.m. At 5 a.m., Nava, the little guy again, wakes up. Mommy, I gotta do poo. He wakes me up. I have to change him. And I'm saying to my husband, I've got a whole day of calls, like a whole day of calls with my one-on-one with my business clients. And I need to use my brain for these calls. It's me giving them advice and coaching and working through their business. And I was going to have 4 on one day while I'm in lockdown with kids, 2 kids. So mothers out there, like, it doesn't get any worse, right? But I love my clients, and I was like, I ain't gonna reschedule. I can do this. We can do this. We got this. So Nava gets up, my little guy, he's 3 years old, 3.5. He gets up at like 5 a.m. I change his diaper, do all that stuff. And then I woke my husband up and said, listen, dude, you need to go, like, you need to hold him because I'm exhausted. So we swapped a bit, and then it was my turn when he finally got up at 7 a.m. Now, 7 a.m. is not a bad time to wake up. But when you've had like 3 hours sleep and disrupted sleep, 7 a.m. sucks, right? So we go downstairs, and I'm looking for the master remote. First world problems. But when you have a kid who wants to watch TV and you can't even open your eyes, I'm looking for this damn remote. And I find not the master remote. It's another remote that kind of works, but it doesn't have any volume. And then I find the main remote. It's very confusing. But I find this other remote that does the volume, but doesn't do Netflix and all that shit. So I'm like, where the fuck is this little remote? I can't find it. It's the worst time. My brain's not working and I can't be fucked. I'm just like, oh my God, can I just wake my husband up? But I felt so bad because we were going to swap. So I'm like, I found this little remote. It wasn't the remote, but it was going to do. And then there was no batteries in it. And I'm like, really? But straight away, my mind was like, cool, what about the other remote? And I found batteries in the other remote, took them out, put them in that little one to turn on Netflix. Took them out again, put them back into the other one to turn up the volume. And like, it was fine. And it was a simple thing. But my brain instantly was like, oh, that has to have batteries because I just used it to turn it on, swap batteries, put it there, bam. I didn't make a big fucking show, and I could have, y'all. Like, I could have made a big show. I was tired. Your girl had a reason to make a show. I could have woke my husband up and been like, I can't believe this. You need to get up. I have calls all day. I could have went into victim. I could have went into aggressor. I could have went into all kinds of shit in that moment. And I had every right to. I was exhausted. But because I've conditioned my mind to literally be like, solution and a half, I was just like, nah, I'm sure there are batteries. I couldn't find the extra packet. I'm going to take them out of these, put them in these, put them back, take them out again. Boom, bam, bow. Best mother ever. Let's watch Netflix. And silly story, right? But simple, silly story that I want to showcase because when shit hits the fan for you and when you get into trouble or a challenge or a problem or some shit's going down, how do you address it? Now, that's just a remote control for a toddler not to scream. No big deal. It sounds like no big deal. If you're not a mother, if you're a mother, you know that shit's a big deal. It was going to be a mess if I didn't find that goddamn remote. That's what was going to happen. About to go down. And I just couldn't handle it. I would have probably lost my patience. I was tired. So it feels like not a big deal. But now take your real life, for example. Take something that happens at work. Take someone not commenting on a post. Take someone rejecting you. Take someone cutting you off. Take your teenager saying something and slamming the door. Like, take your real life and what's happened in your life and put it into the equation, right? When you're faced with a problem or some shit's going down, how do you handle it? And I remember this old quote. I don't know who says it. I'm so sorry. Einstein. I don't know. I actually don't know who says it. I can't remember. But it was basically like, there is no solution in the problem. And I've talked about this in the podcast before. You know, the same mind that made the problem is not the same mind that's going to find a solution. So I want to tell you, if you're someone that goes straight to problem, oh my God, we're back in lockdown. Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, I have no money. Oh my God, my toddler's awake and he should be asleep. Like problems and issues and no one's buying my stuff or no one listens to my podcast, whatever. I'm still single. You know, if this is you and you are sitting in problems or challenges, I want you to start thinking about how can you get solution based? How can you start? This is a part of resilience as well, by the way. This is about a part of you building resilience, and we build resilience. Just like we create confidence, you can become more resilient. You got to work on yourself and you got to become aware, but you can definitely build your resilience. So this is going to be helpful to be building your resilience as well. So when some shit hits the fan for you, for example, we're in lockdown in Melbourne for the 4th time. I can't find the fucking remote. You know, like it sounds ridiculous, right? If I stay in all the bad shit that's happening and I keep expanding it and I keep focusing on it and I keep pointing it out and I keep living there inside of that problem or living inside of that challenge, what's going to happen? It's going to get bigger and bigger and more attention is going to be drawn to it and it's going to be massive. Again, I'll use another analogy as a mother. Sorry if you're not a mother. Just think about it if you were. It's kind of funny. When your kid says fuck, right? Your kid's like, fuck. And you're like, oh no, don't say that. And you're like, don't say that. That's a bad word. And they're like, fuck. And they just keep saying it. And you're like, don't say that word. And then they see you get upset and they see the attention get gotten from you. So basically they continuously say it. The more attention you give them, the more they do it. So the key here is don't give it attention. And that's hard, girl. Let me tell you what. My husband told me that. I was like, excuse me, I'm going to not tell my son off for saying fuck. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not going to condone that behavior. And he's like, you're not condoning it. He doesn't even know what he's saying. So just don't pay attention to it. Don't give attention to shitty behavior. Don't give attention to your problems. Don't give attention to your challenges. I'm not saying they don't affect you. Of course they do. But don't sit there like, look at this is so bad and terrible, and then call your fucking friends about it, create a blog about it, make a big deal about it, because it's only going to expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's all you're going to see. You're going to have eyes of problem, eyes of challenge. You're not going to have the solution eyes. You're not going to have the glasses that solve problems. And I wear those glasses. Like, I'm like, hold on, let me get my solution glasses on, and you can't see solutions with problem glasses. I don't know where I come with these damn analogies, but I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Like you can't see a solution when you're staring at it through the lens of it's a problem, it's a challenge, it's bad news, this sucks, it's horrible. How are you going to find the gift? How are you going to find the gold? How are you going to find the gift in the shit, as I say? I always say that in the podcast. There's a pile of shit at your door. If you put your hand in it with some gloves, COVID safe, you're going to find gold. But you're like, I don't want to touch it. It's gross. It stinks. I don't like poo. And I'm like, well, there's gifts in the shit. Always. Always. So how can you do this? Start paying attention to how you maybe are usually in the negative. Or start paying attention to how there's always a problem. There's always a problem. There's always something wrong going on. And are you feeling a bit self-pity victim mode? And that's okay. By the way, I lived in that mode my whole life until realizing this work, until doing the work. And it's hard. But sometimes you got to sit in victim mode, victim land. It's one of my favorite podcasts. You got to sit there, or else you're not going to know that you're there, and you're not going to know to change it. So there you are. Boom, you're seeing it. Now what can you do? How can you start to create some solutions? You got to let yourself be in that problem mode. You got to let yourself feel the feels. You got to calm yourself down. You got to calm your system down. You got to move. You got to read. You got to shake up your physiology. Tony Robbins talks a lot about your physiology. And when you change your physiology, you can change your state. It changes your mind, which then when you can change your mind, you're there. You're open. You're willing to be like, all right, cool. I know that this sucks. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to cry. I'm going to do what I need to do. And now what can we do to fix this shit? Or what are some things I can do to make it better? You're clear-minded. That's what I'll say. You get clear-minded instead of foggy-minded, instead of emotion-minded. And it's important. Start paying attention. Are you problem focused? Are you solution focused? How do you deal with shit? Because it's everything. If you are not paying attention to how you're thinking about this, it's going to run you. And there's an opportunity here for you to be able to see things in a different light. And if you can do it, it'll change the game. It's a short one from me today. I just wanted to hit you up with that because I notice that now I am so solution focused because I'm putting energy towards, okay, I can't change this, but what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Great question to ask yourself. What can I do? That's going to help you move from this problem, everything's fucked, everything's wrong, to a solution-based thinking. It's going to help you cross that bridge. If you can start paying attention to what is good, what is coming good from this, what's good about lockdown. Man, I see everybody's outside. I'm spending more time with my kids. I'm able to work on my business. I'm able to Marie Kondo my business, cleaning my fucking cupboards. All the shit that I said I wanted to do this year that I didn't have time, I'm now doing because I'm in lockdown. Okay? So cool. There is some good to it. Does it suck? Of course it sucks. I hate it. I'm over it. Like, I'm badly over it. But there are good things if I'm willing to see it with the eyes of good things. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to think about what is good here. What is something I could find? You're not going to find it straight away. You're going to be angry, pissed off. Take those 90 seconds to let that emotion move through you. Go jump up and down, dance, do some push-ups, put some music on, whatever you got to do. Splash cold water on your face and then come back with a new mind. And you don't get a new mind without moving your body. You're going to move your body, get that physiology out there. And once you have that, then you're like, hell yeah. Okay, I could do this. Now we got to work. What are we going to do? How am I going to get out of here? Make a list of things that you could do, possibilities. When you leave the problem mind, you get into the possibility mind. In the possibility mind, anything is possible. Will you do it all? No. Do you have to do it all? No. Who cares? Let yourself write all the possibilities. Especially if you're not if you're not a visionary creative person, try this exercise. It is next level amazing. That being said, I'm going to let you go. I love you. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful week. My love, before you go, I really want to share this incredible opportunity with you, because if you're loving this podcast, then you will most likely love working with me for the next 12 months in the sisterhood. It's my year-long coaching experience, and I have really good news because we have shifted and changed the pricing. There is a new offer for 2021 because I know how many people struggled in 2020 financially, and I also know how much shit came up for us that we all need to be working on. So, year-long coaching program, the sisterhood with me. You can join in person if you live in Melbourne, or you want to fly to Melbourne 6 times a year, or you can join online where I coach live for the 12 months. You have me as your coach. You can hit me with any problems or questions you have. We coach live for 2 hours a month. It is next level shit. The community is incredible. If you want to learn more, head to my website, thequeenofconfidence.com/sisterhood, SISTA, sisterhood. I can't wait to welcome you. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes. Subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.